Emergency contact notification. Oh, is that
Hello?
that Harold?
Yeah.
Howdy.
Hello.
I was just dropping by to see if Moose is around.
He's kind of in the intensive care unit down in the city.
He is still, because I got a notification. But I thought it was from the 22nd, so how long is
No, he just went back again.
He just went back again?
Yeah, he got shot by a sniper rifle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is he gonna be alright?
Yeah, he'll probably be okay. You know him. He's strong as a moose.
Yeah, no, he's always been pretty resilient, that's for sure. Alright, well, I'll get out of your hair. Maybe I'll go down and see if I
I
can't.
don't got any hair.
That's right. You got me. You got me.
There's no hair. You should go see him. He could really do with some friends right now. Let me. It's one of these guys. Yes, I'll roll you off.
You're what? Sorry. Yeah.
Boss got fired.
Wait, what?
Yeah, boss got fired.
What do you mean he got fired?
Well, he got it. There was probable cause that he committed a felony, and it resulted in his termination from the Department of Public Safety.
A felony? What?
Yeah.
What did he do? What did he do? Did he get a lot of power and then go power crazy? Cause.
But it was 5 days after I promoted him to lieutenant.
You did what? You promoted him to lieutenant? Was anybody watching him? You know that Moose gets power crazy, right?
No, the power he's got and the control he's been over the last year, the more sensible he has to be as the higher repercussions. And just these last couple of weeks, he's been saying, how he's going to have to shut himself out. He's going to stop attacking bears so much. And he's been really well behaved until the worst day in grapeseed history.
What do you mean the worst day in grapeseed? Worse than when the helicopters are flying around and dropping cars?
Well, that happened again during this day.
Of course it did.
Yeah, it happened again. It happened again. Yeah. Someone got hit by a car. It was so to give you the brief rundown, Morse breached an off-duty cop's house because he heard they were doing sexy time stuff as HR.
What?
He unlawfully breached the house.
Goodness.
And then they beat him up, and then he got into the ICU because his brain is really weak. He's got a weak skull. So he goes to ICU, and then after a couple of days, he comes out the ICU, and he's like, I gotta get revenge. I'm gonna go burn that house down. And I say, hey, that's illegal. Don't do that. You're gonna get yourself felony charges, We're police. We can't be doing crime. That's terrible, And he's like, yes, sir. I won't do it. Yeah, of course. And then I'm like, okay, I gotta go to bed. You go have fun, because he was riding with like 3 or 4 other people, couple of deputies, making sure no one's alone, looking after him because he just got out the ICU. And he was like, okay. And I said, don't do the thing I wouldn't do. And he's like, yeah, sure, yeah. Then I ran off into the bushes. Turns out he did stuff I wouldn't do, and he bought gasoline and he went to the deputy's house and he set it on fire.
That is, man. I'm wondering if some of those head injuries are catching up with him, because I remember it was like a year ago he had a pretty serious TBI.
Yeah.
After I think, honestly, between you and me, I think his fiance tried to kill him. Everything.
Peach?
Yeah, I think Peach tried to kill him.
Oh my gosh.
But from what I hear, she's not been around. So I don't know.
Yeah, she's out the Peach. She's out the Peach. Yeah. But it was him and one other deputy. It wasn't even alone.
Another deputy joined him on this insanity?
Yeah.
So maybe does she also? Does this other deputy also have a brain injury?
I don't know. Possibly. Who knows? They could. Who knows?
Right.
I hope Morse has a brain injury. I've taught him, get your brain scanned, and he's got an anger for an appeal, you know. And, you know, it's going to go to the court of law. You know, part of me truly hopes that, you know, he's able to show whatever went down. But at the end of the day, he burnt down someone's house, you know. 5 people lived there in a dog, you know.
Oh, wow.
Dog could have died. 5 people could be dead, you know. And, you know, it's real rough. You know, I built this department with him. You know, he's like my right hand, one of my best friends. But
yeah, no, I remember. I was here up here with him when it first started out. I mean, there was just a couple of barrels thrown in that hangar. There was nothing here. It's different now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like a breakup, you know. He didn't just burn down the house; he burnt down the trash, and he's got to rebuild it. You know.
Yeah.
It's like that with a lot of people, you know. But you've known him for a long time. I think he'd really appreciate, you know, talking to you. You know, you hear him out. You know, you obviously make up your own conclusions. But at the end of the day, evidence is evidence. You know, there was enough for the people to arrest him, which they did. So.
Yeah, no, and he's a cop. He understands that law cause and effect. I mean, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll try and get a hold of him and see if...
He's at the Eclipse Tower, and he's the second row.
Second
row. He was
room.
texting me just a little bit ago, so...
Okay, all right. I'll try and give him a call before I head down there then.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'll go see if I can't hear him out.
You know, hear him out, what he's got to say, you know. If you like my answers, my questions, you know, I'm happy to talk, man. You know, I'm cracking off for a little bit, but, you know, I'm moving to shift order to fill up his spot, you know, over the next couple of weeks.
Oh, wow.
You know, to make sure we got some presence on the leadership, because, you know, he's an important piece of the puzzle, but, you know, gotta fill that gap, you know.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that, I guess.
Yeah. Hang on. You know, you'll stay safe, I keep.
Yeah, I'll do my best. I mean, I was coming around every once in a while, and, you know, I had that ride along with Moose and stuff, but, man, I really did not expect him to go get himself fired.
Be told, if I did, I want to promote him to lieutenant. You know, I truly believe that there was a line. Sometimes he's a little bit questionable, but he wouldn't cross the line of, you know, no return. Well,
yeah,
burning someone's house down, pretty past the line.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that. All right, well, I'll catch you later. You said a sniper? Do you know what that's about? And this is
it's related to the helicopter, you know, the cargo plane, you know.
Oh. See, it's probably not the best time to talk about this now, but I was gonna say, I asked Moose about that when it was happening, if there's any real investigation going into finding these people, because...
There is. Well, we've been working on it for like a year. It's just we keep it secret.
You ever try and get someone on the inside?
The inside of the league, I see.
Yeah.
But if that's what we do with Morse for him to yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah. That's how he redeems himself.
What?
Yes. Morse could go on the inside.
Moose could go on the inside, but don't they want to kill Moose?
They want to destroy Grapeseed.
Right. Huh. You think that'd work out?
It could. I don't think it's an idea. We throw it to the side. You know, it could definitely work.
I mean, who knows? I'm an ex-cop right now, so maybe they'd see that favorably. Though I don't know if that's on any public records or anything like that.
You want to go inside the League of Shade?
The what?
The League of Shade. That's the damn
League of Shade. Oh my.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if it keeps people from getting killed, I'll do something like that.
Yeah. I gotta write this down. Yes.
Hello?
Moose, it's Booby.
I'm in the hospital.
Yeah, I know. I'm on my way down there. I was calling to see if you were still awake. I just got done speaking with Harold.
Oh, what did he tell you? I'm a fucking monster and never talk to me ever again?
No, it's definitely not what he said at all.
Okay.
He did tell me some of the things that's going on, though.
Okay. Yeah, come down. I'm in the ICU room.
Yeah, I'll see you in like, I don't know, 5 minutes or something. I just gotta get down from Sandy.
Alright, okay, alright, alright, okay,
Bye.
alright, okay, alright.
I'm not gonna listen to this because then that's
No, come on, you're listening.
you want me to listen to it, but
Yeah.
I mean, the other day when you broke into the house, I told them you did.
So you invited
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Hi, Ruby.
Howdy.
You know?
What do you mean? How did you know?
When I saw hell, because I got punched in the back of
It's
the
a
head by
ghost.
Rio, and there was apparently someone in a cage. I don't really know. I didn't see anything.
Oh,
'cause
you were there.
I went to
Hi,
hell.
Ruby.
Yeah, I was there.
Oh, I
Kind
thought
of.
you meant here. So, Ruby, to catch you up, just a little TLDR. Well, me and Joe Ferraro went into Rio Bell's house. Rio, hi, this is Rio next to me in the pink hair. We went into Rio's house because they were violating HR. We thought we're on duty. Joe said we got to go into their house and get that cuck cage. So, went in there, and then Rio beat my ass, and then I hit my head, and then I was in the ICU for 2.5 days. And when I woke up, I wasn't feeling too hot, and I was feeling real weird. And then apparently I got up and I said, let's go burn the house down. And then I went and apparently burned the house down. Rio's house?
No, Harold filled me in on all of this just now.
Okay,
He's
well, I'm going to
Ruby.
tell you. Ruby's my old partner from a long time ago. She's a good friend of mine. She was a cop here back when we first opened up for a while, but she had to go back to take care of her parents' farm, and she's been back lately. She was one of the first people I was going to bring to Grapeseed.
Oh, okay. So is she coming to Grapeseed now?
I don't know. I'm not hired anymore, so hopefully she does. But
Yeah.
anyways,
I
my
don't
side
think-
of the story, Ruby, to catch you up, I don't remember ever doing that. Don't think I did it. So when they were questioning me about it, I was like, I didn't do that. Why would I do that? You know, and then placed me in cuffs without really questioning me. Honestly, they just kind of brought up that it was, and people kind of Rio was mostly accusing me. They cuffed me. They charged me with a felony, and
Because
then
he did it.
and then I found out that I was having issues with my head still and all this.
About that, Moose. You've been having troubles with your head since over a year ago. I remember when you had that really, really definitely super suspicious incident with your fiance out at Chumash Pier.
Yes,
I'm pretty
Peach.
sure she tried to kill you, by the way.
No, she was just roughhousing.
Okay. But either way, you definitely had a brain injury from that, right?
Well, funny you say
Have you
that.
have you had scans? Have you looked into seeing if there's anything you can do to get your head right?
Say that. I actually a couple months ago, you know those terrorists that you saw that are hurting us and chasing
Yep.
after me?
Mm-hmm.
The ones that you shot at.
Yep.
They finally did a brain scan a couple months. They did a brain scan yesterday, but a couple months ago I was kidnapped by them, and I didn't remember much, me nor Harold. So I did a scan, and inside there was a microchip in my brain, some sort of behavioral chip that was making me do stuff.
What?
Mercy pulled it out, and
Wait, today?
yesterday.
That's why you. Is that why you're here in the ICU?
Well,
No, right. You got shot by a sniper. You just got shot by a sniper.
So I found all this out and I was like, wait, this makes sense. No wonder I've been doing all this shit and like freaking out and having these like issues.
Wait, did Harold also have a brain chip? Is that why his head shaved?
No, but I did, and so they're using me to take down Grapeseed, and they're using me to track what was going on in Grapeseed because it was a tracker and a behavioral chip. And they made me burn down that house, and then I got it out, and then I meant to go meet with Joe to try to get the charges dropped to mediate some sort of conversation. To be like, hey, if I have proof that I didn't do that, would you guys be willing to talk and possibly drop these charges and not have it go to court where every single person will see everything that happened and all the incidents involving this terrorist organization we're looking into won't be outed to the public? And he was like, yeah, that we could absolutely, and we were just talking, and I was like, look, I love Harriet, I love Rio and Candy, and he got out like I went talking about it, and then all of a sudden there was a fucking sniper from like a while away, and then it collateral Joe into me, and I got shot in the stomach.
And you think this sniper is the terrorist again?
It is. They sent me a text and they said, quote, let me see, I'm pulling up my phone. They said, immediately after, the terrorist texted me, rest up, Maple. Know that until you fall in line, you and everyone you care about will be at risk. And then it said, don't make us finish the job. And it was a picture of him up on the tower across from the medical center here.
What?
That's pretty great.
Wow. Okay. Well, you're alive now.
It's good to see you, though. I just want you to know that I didn't, I'm not you know how bad of a person I am. It stops at a certain point. I'm not really terrible.
I'll be honest. I question Harold for promoting you because I know how you get when you get a little bit of power under your belt, but I don't know, he says that you changed and you've been more responsible the more power you've been given lately, so I did have concerns.
I thought of something right before I got arrested, the Grapeseed family dinner, where everyone in Grapeseed has one or two of their relatives show up, and we have a giant dinner table with like 60 seats, and we all get together and have a wonderful meal. That was my last Grapeseed idea. And 2.5 popes. I also thought of 2.5 popes.
2.5.
That's a good idea. That was a really good idea. Yeah.
So the idea is that it's a sitcom, Ruby, where there's 2.5 popes, and it's Harold, Casey, and Franklin. Casey's the half pope because he's 4'10", and they happenstantially get brought to the Vatican because Harold dies next to the Pope's dying, and like, you're the next pope because you came back to life, you have risen. But Harold doesn't actually have any power, so it's a fish out of water comedy where Harold has to make his way through the Vatican and try to convince people he's the Pope when he actually has no spiritual powers. And it's a whole in every episode, Casey starts to look more and more like Harold until the season finale where he tries to take Harold's job as it's a whole thing. I was going through all the episodes.
Most, you're not taking acid or something like that, are you?
No, I just thought of a really good idea. Oh.
There we go. Anyway, guys, I gotta go to bed, so I'm gonna leave you
Good night,
here.
Iridescent.
Yeah, good night, good night. Are you guys gonna be okay here? The two of you?
Yeah. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Iridescent.
Bye, Iridescent. Thank you for visiting me.
I can't believe it, that Harriet and Rio.
I'm sorry you have to see me like this, Ruby. I'm at the lowest point of my entire life.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. I was pretty shocked to hear the news.
Hopefully, everything all works out and nobody's hurt and whatever the hell, we can take down these terrorists that have been attacking us for a year plus. You've seen it. They fucking did this. They sniped us, Ruby. You need to get hired and take these people down.
Maybe. Although, maybe this isn't the best place to talk about it, but I brought up something to Harold, and he seemed to really latch on to the idea. So once, well, I don't want to talk about it here. The fewer people who know, the better. And I don't know what he was thinking. But once you're feeling better, maybe we can talk about it. He took my number down.
Tomorrow I should be discharged, so.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, yeah, we'll see if Harold reaches out. I don't know. I don't know how much you two was talking. He seems like he's... he did not come across like someone who hated you. He came across like someone who was incredibly disappointed. He told me that he's going to be transitioning to shift 2 for a while here to fill the gaps in leadership.
He's such a fucking drama queen. Like he wasn't already shipped to her.
Listen, I'm just repeating what he said, okay?
I know,
need
he's
to...
just a fucking drama queen. I'm sorry, he's just...
I mean, sounded like he was pretty broken up over the whole situation.
Okay.
I'm just repeating what I was just told, okay? I'm the neutral party in all this.
I know. How are things for you? Any update on anything?
No, I mean, you know, I'm starting to transition back here. I still keep going home and visit my parents. Just, you know, I just want to make sure they's all right before I step away from them full time, you know?
Yeah.
But, oh, wow. I'm not feeling great, though, for some reason. Maybe I should be seen by a doctor.
Terrible.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm not feeling good. I think I just got bruised up on that ride along we did a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's the best place to see a doctor, you know.
Yeah, the hospital does tend to be a place for that.
Oh, does anybody need food? I've got a triple bacon cheese melt. If anyone wants it.
No, I'm okay.
Harriet, are you hungry?
Yeah, I'm a little peckish. Is there any spare water around here?
No, but there's Coke in the vending machine outside. If you want this burger, you can have it.
I'll take the bag.
Okay, well. Yeah, I just figured I'd come check on you and talk to you, Moose.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm sorry that things are the way they are and I don't have more to update, you know.
No, it's fine. I just, you know, get another ICU notification on my phone. Keep getting those, you know.
Oh, you're still on my emergency contacts, huh?
Yep, yeah, I got one from...
I put you on my emergency contacts like a year in it somewhere.
Well, if it helps, I only have 2 emergency contact notifications concerning you, and that's from April 6th and April 22nd. So I don't know how often you've been in the ICU, but that's the only times they've messaged me.
I guess that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I'll catch you later, Moose. You get better.
All right. Thank you, Ruby. Thank you for visiting. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Go
Ruby.
maybe try to get a ride along with them, okay? You know, you'll probably get hired soon.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
All right, Ruby.